Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that for your listening pleasure. We've got over 1,200, almost 1,300 of these available for your listening pleasure. Please like, subscribe, comment below, all that good stuff. Things that toxic moms say is the theme of today's two audio series. Also, we got a toxic parents video audio in the series too that we'll be adding in the next little while. So, uh, if you're looking for coping with poor parenting, would love to be of assistance to you. And so you can reach out at PO Perception and or about, in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you in contact with me or a member of my team. We can make something happen from there. The first thing is mothers saying you owe me for giving birth to you, and it's a toxic thing. There are a lot of people who honestly don't want to be parents, and a lot of women, especially in westernized cultures, and many Eastern cultures too, actually worldwide, women believe that is their job to be parents. And while that may have been acceptable in previous generations, it's not necessarily the same thing there here now. And so then there's the sensitivity around the idea of not wanting to be parents but not being able to express that. And ultimately, many mothers in the modern generation feel like they are owed a certain level of loyalty for that sacrifice. The next is accusing the child of being too sensitive or not sensitive enough. Now, sensitivity is one of those things that every person has to learn on their own merit, meaning sometimes people are too sensitive. Sometimes they're not sensitive enough. Sometimes there's challenges in that way, and that continuation of a challenge can be super toxic for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that people expect that ultimately we either can't give them or don't give them consistently enough. And so sensitivity is one of those things where a person has to find what's right for them in a simple manner. And so the challenges then become a lot of just hostility and difficulty there. It's not necessarily what people want, but at the end of the day, sometimes we have to be able to be willing to do some challenges there. And when we understand how to be more aware of the challenges that people have socially and connectively, we can, especially children and mothers who, I guess, don't necessarily know if I'd say resent having children, but are kind of in a position of where parenthood wasn't their original plan. That can cause a whole bunch of challenges in a number of ways. So then we get to the next in the series, which is kind of that struggle of getting their kids or trying to force their kids to censor themselves. This will happen for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that a lot of times the children are struggling in various ways to find their own form of self-expression. If the parent feels the need to encourage their child to censor themselves or force the child to censor themselves, this becomes problematic for a number of reasons, mainly because the average child is struggling in a hard way or in a way that doesn't necessarily have the best of options available for the majority of people. And then if a child feels that they have to censor themselves, then self-expression becomes extremely difficult for that child continually. And then oftentimes resentment will develop, anger will develop, issues of self-awareness and self-esteem will develop, and that is obviously toxic for children in a number of ways. The next thing to consider there is that there are many children who are called stupid and lazy. Obviously, if a child is trying, their effort should matter in a great way. But if a parent resents having to be a parent, then they may label their child as being unaccomplishing or unintelligent or they put forward. Obviously, none of these are good things, but it's certainly worth marking. Again, if you need help in these areas, please feel free to reach out. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.